Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on Thursday. It is the 18th of January 2024. Gonna look at the 7th race from Aqueduct, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Join me this weekend for my hopefully Interborough handicap preview. This weekend and the fairgrounds preview for the LeCompte. That actually preview was filmed like 2 days ago, so I love how they do their week out advanced entries at fairgrounds. So join me for that preview, but hopefully this weekend we run here in New York because the weather's been absolutely shitty all week. Got 3 inches or so of rain on Monday. Tuesday we had about 3 inches of ice. Wednesday probably about 2 inches of ice. It's going to be brutally cold all week, and we're going to get another 3 inches on Friday. So hopefully, I think today's card will go through. Friday and Saturday, maybe Sunday, might be up in the air with the cold weather. So that leaves Gulfstream for the weekend in the fairgrounds, which they're good cards there. But hopefully, I'm pretty confident we'll get this 7th race in from Aqueduct. And days like today, makes me miss the midsummer races at like Saratoga and at Belmont. In fact, this afternoon, while I was looking at some of the races for the weekend, I had Saratoga up on the background just to get the warm weather. And it's only 6 months away until the Belmont Stakes. I keep telling myself, but only 6 months away. Let's get to the 7th race from Aqueduct now. Going off on the tangent, it's Lamb's optional claimer purse $74,000. Race 4-year-olds and upwards. State breds here. Optional claim price $45,000. 8 horses are going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the main track. Gonna take the 5 horse here, Munson, as a top selection. 5-3-4-7 in the superfecta. 5-3-4-7 super, top selection 5 horse of Munson, 8-year-old Gellin by Curlin. Michelle Giangelo trains. Kendrick Harmouche gets the mount. Horse's most recent outing came actually to claim 50 at Aqueduct, 6.5 on the 30th of November, and he finished third by 5.5 lengths that day. He just stalked all the way around the race course, and he couldn't get the good turn of foot that day. The winner had the jump on him. I thought he ran decently back down in class. He has come back against a little bit tougher competition, but he likes his track, and also an allowance race in mid-January is completely different than an allowance race even in November. He's getting serious. He is not serious class relief, but it's not. It's how do I say? He's stepping up in class, but it's not the world's biggest step up in class to these horses. 2 back in the Hudson here at Aqueduct, 6.5 on the mud, 29th of October. He finished 6 by 12.25 lengths that day. He was wide, and he just never really got going. It wasn't his day to win, but terrifically he ran before that. Saratoga, 7 furlongs and a state bred optional 45, winning by 3 lengths that day on the front end all throughout. He went away with it, setting some good fractions on the front end, but then he threw it a clunker at Belmont. 6 furlongs on off 6-2 on Belmont weekend. He finished 8th by 11.5 lengths that day. He didn't get out of the gate so clearly. He was wide and just never showed up that day. He likes his track. He's 13 for 5 on it. He won most recently here on the 5th of March in optional 6-2 for Open Company, winning by a head. He gamed it to the wire, beating Happy Farm, who's a decent horse that day, and he had a little bit of a horrible trip early on, but he settled well after that to get the job done. Trading well at Belmont, I'm going to give him a shot on the ticket. I think the 3 horse here, Rocket and Roll, for Manny Franco and Brad Cox could win. Was a winner last time out in a state bred allowance race going 7/8, winning by a neck, closing it from nowhere after a horrible beginning, wide trip. He gamed it out to the wire. Very good race for him there. Prior to that, they tried him on turf going a mile 16th, where he finished 4th by 4.25 lengths that day, and he crumbled in the last furlong. I don't know if he wants to go 2 turns mile 16th. I think back to a 7 furlong trip, back to Aqueduct Sturt. He could definitely win, make it 2 in a row. 6-1, let's use him in the late pick 4. But to recount my selection now for the 7 from Aqueduct, let's use the 5 horse of Munson as a top selection. Give kudos to the 3 horse, Rocket and Roll. 5-3-4-7 super, 5-3 in the multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.